Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rosa, and welcome to episode 60 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. This show is on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe in your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. The big game out last week was the DLC standalone Superhot Mind Control Delete. The games coming out this week include Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break, Liquid Sunshine, Creeks, Rainswept, Aircraft Evolution, Carrion, Dying Light Hellraid, and Tannenberg. Before we go into the 7 news stories this week, I wanted to highlight a blog post that everyone should read, titled You Are the Future of Gaming, written by Phil Spencer on Xbox Wire, where he details his vision for the future of Xbox and everything coming up with the next generation, an article that when you're reading it, you begin to hear the hype music behind him and his passion in it. I'm so excited for this next generation and cannot wait to see what Xbox shows off this week at their showcase. Number 1. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate adding Project xCloud support in September. Joe Screbbles at IGN writes, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions will include support for the Project xCloud game streaming service from this September. Announced by head of Xbox Phil Spencer in a blog post, Game Pass Ultimate members will automatically be entitled to Project xCloud services at no extra cost. It means subscribers can play over 100 titles on phones and tablets, including the upcoming Halo Infinite upon its release. xCloud game streaming includes cross-saving, meaning you can theoretically play Halo Infinite on a console at home and pick it back up on your mobile device elsewhere. A couple of points remain unclear. For a start, it's not totally clear whether the xCloud integration is a full subscription to the upcoming streaming service, or if it applies only to games included in Game Pass. The combined Game Pass Ultimate and xCloud membership will only be available in supported countries, which also remains unspecified at the time of writing. As I still haven't gotten my hands on Project xCloud as I could not get an invite to the iOS version of the beta, I cannot wait to try this myself in September. I also cannot believe that they added more value to the best value in gaming in Xbox Game Pass, and that we'll all be able to get this added value at no additional cost. Number 2. July's Xbox Game Showcase will focus on games, no hardware news, says Greenberg. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, Xbox's general manager of Xbox Games Marketing has confirmed that there will be no news on hardware or devices during next week's Xbox 2020 first-party game showcase. The show will be about an hour long and will focus purely on games. Greenberg took to Twitter and said, quote, I know everyone is excited for Xbox Game Showcase next Thursday, seen some wild expectations, so it's helpful the show has one focus, games. No business, devices, or similar news, just games. A whole show about an hour long focused on games, hope you enjoy it, end quote. Microsoft has detailed more of what to expect from the event over on Xbox Wire. We'll get our first look at some campaign gameplay from Halo Infinite, and a Summer Game Fest pre-show beginning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll feature reveals, predictions, insights from YouTube creators, and more on some already announced titles coming to Xbox. The pre-show will be hosted by veteran games journalist Jeff Keighley and will air only on YouTube. The Xbox Game Showcase will be available on YouTube in 1080p 60 frames per second, with a 4K 60fps VOD available immediately after. The show can also be watched on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. July's Xbox Game Showcase takes place on July 23rd and kicks off at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. A great way to manage expectations ahead of the event. I did think we might see something on the console, but it seems this is all being reserved for the August event. Let's all enjoy the show. Number 3. Microsoft is already stopping production of Xbox One X. Zach Zuizin at Kotaku writes, Microsoft is stopping production for the Xbox One X and Xbox One S All-Digital Edition consoles, it told The Verge today. It will continue to produce the standard Xbox One S. The news comes after many would-be Xbox owners have had trouble finding the consoles at stores. Quote, as we ramp into the future with Xbox Series X, we're taking the natural step of stopping production on Xbox One X and Xbox One S All-Digital Edition, end quote, a company spokesperson told The Verge. Quote, Xbox One S will continue to be manufactured and sold globally, end quote. The Xbox One X was released in 2017, and the Xbox One S All-Digital Edition was just released last year in May. Albeit a little odd and early, I do think Microsoft really just wants to focus on the next generation given the failures that they had during the current generation, and really drive home this Project Lockhart as the cheaper alternative option to the powerful Series X. Number 4. Microsoft intends for nearly all Xbox One games to be playable on Xbox Series X at launch. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, Phil Spencer has shared more on Microsoft's plans for the Xbox Series X and backwards compatibility regarding Xbox One games. In a blog post over on Xbox Wire, the Xbox boss revealed that the company intends to make all Xbox One games, minus Kinect titles, playable on the Series X at launch. In the Wire post, Spencer says, quote, "You'll be able to play 4 generations of games on Xbox Series X on day one. That makes it the largest launch lineup for any new console ever, with thousands of games to play. It's our intent for all Xbox One games that do not require Kinect to play on Xbox Series X at the launch of the console, and because of the unprecedented power of Series X, most of your favorite games will load faster and perform many times better on the new console," end quote. Really cool all the work that Xbox has been doing with backwards compatibility. Being able to play almost any Xbox game you want on the new console launch is very exciting. In addition to the support that games will play better, look better, and could possibly have HDR support when HDR didn't even exist when some of these older games launched, is a key part of the vision for Xbox this generation. Number 5. Microsoft wants you to be able to click a link and immediately try out an Xbox game. Sharif Saeed at VG247 writes, "Microsoft's ambitions with Project xCloud are very similar to the ones Google has with Stadia. Microsoft has shared a little bit about its vision for the future when it comes to Project xCloud. Streaming games to phones and TVs is all well and good, but the company is looking forward to a future where the tech can transform the way we buy and play games. Quote, "There's an ease of browsing and buying capability on xCloud that I find incredibly valuable today. Many times the first time I play a game will actually be on xCloud, so I can go and use it as my snackable trial experience," Phil Spencer told The Verge. This is the experience Spencer wants to bring to the world, the ability to click on a link somewhere and be able to jump in immediately. Quote, "We want that trial to be as easy as it is in music and video today, where I can send you a track on Spotify today and you can stream it instantly," Spencer said. "Over time, anywhere I see a game, I should be able to give it a try," end quote. If Xbox can achieve this vision, I think demos will come back in a big way like the start of the 360 generation, so we can all hop in and try these games first and instantly. Will be a very cool experience. Number 6. Destiny 2 Beyond Light has been delayed to November 2020. Adam Bankhurst at IGN writes, "Destiny 2 Beyond Light has been delayed from its original release date of September 22nd to November 10th, 2020. In a blog post, Bungie explained how the past few months have been a challenge and will continue to be so during the pandemic. They've learned to create together in a new way by having to work apart from one another. Despite these hurdles, they're still committed to the same level of quality that the fans expect. Beyond Light is the first chapter in a new trilogy of expansions for Destiny 2 that will also include 2021's The Witch Queen and 2022's Lightfall. Destiny 2's latest season, Season of Arrivals, will also be extended to November 10th, 2020, and Bungie promises more information for it and Beyond Light over the coming weeks. Sad that we won't get our hands on the game sooner, but delays are never bad, as let them polish the game. This is intriguing though, as it might be a Series X launch title, or be a few weeks out from the launch." And number 7, Marvel's Avengers beta dates, second war table announced. Jonathan Dornbush at IGN writes, "Since its full unveiling back at E3 2019, Crystal Dynamics has promised a beta for the upcoming Marvel's Avengers, and now we finally know when that beta will take place. August 7th, PlayStation pre-order beta access begins. August 14th, Xbox and PC pre-order beta access begins. PlayStation Open Beta also begins. And on August 21st, Open Beta across all platforms begin. Crystal Dynamics will be hosting a second War Table presentation on July 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, to detail what people can expect from the beta. As a huge MCU fan, the idea of this game was a lot more tantalizing than what I've seen so far. It really doesn't look that fun, but I am excited to get my hands on it and give it a try during the open beta period. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox, and this one is about the development of the original Xbox. Credit to DNG at techjury.net. It took Microsoft 20 months to launch the Xbox. Imagine the process of launching a product. You think of years and years of feasibility studies, conceptualization, design, all the way to implementation and launch. Well, not for Microsoft. Everything from start to finish took under 2 years. Xbox game stats show that during the very first season after creation, the company sold 1.5 million units. It is crazy that it's been 7 years since the launch of the Xbox One, which means that they've probably been working on the Series X generation for more than 6 years. Considering they developed the first one in under 2, I can't wait to see what they come out with. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast service, share with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. This past week I played a few more rounds of Call of Duty Warzone as always, and continued my playthrough with Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4 Pro. My name is Brandon Rosa, you can follow me on Xbox at Brosa93. I hope you all have a great week, and keep on gaming.